Yes! As opposed to what? No, I don't want to start the stream. That's why I pressed the start the stream button. Now, I've messed with the settings again, guys, so I do not know how good or bad this is going to go.
That's when it crashes and burns.
Yeah, pretty much. But it'll crash and burn in 1080p. So...
But hey, you'll see us crash and burn going like this. As it goes.
Just watch it crash and burn. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong.
It's James's settings.
Yes. I have a constant war going on here. It's to give you the best quality possible without blowing up my own internet. This is the war that I live in.
Ah! No, don't do that, Moog. There you go.
We are live. We are live. I see us.
I guess I'm Dr. Frankenstein. Just making, just breathing life into this crazy mess that we have.
This crazy mess it is the normal podcast that we do.
Pretty much. Hey, it actually looks okay.
Yeah. And in that
The
case,
quote of the night is, "I hope I breathe pneumonia down your throat."
Okay, that's the show title, episode 26. I hope I breathe pneumonia down your throat. Yeah, Keith, there's like a 7 to 10 second delay.
Yeah.
That's like the best I can do.
And so, in saying on that note, and welcome everyone to the Game Won't Play Itself, episode 26, which is the official episode 26, not the special stuff we have been doing. I'm Lord Teammaker, aka Will McKellar. Joining me, as always, is the man who is always calm under pressure, James Atkinson.
Hi, everybody. Apparently, I'm very calm right now, but I'm not sure things are blowing up. But I'll get back to you, so good to see everybody.
Also joining us, as usual, Chris Hagelman.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
And as you can see, our very special guest down here, is Gina DeShaw. Who's doing the waving. Have you gone all shy? You can say hi.
Hi, guys. I was too busy just
Jazz hands.
in the zone.
Jazz
You're doing your
hands.
cue dancing, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
No, that's actually the whole podcast tonight. It's just that for like a good 3 hours.
Interpretive
Yeah.
Dance, the podcast.
Just like, just doing that for about 3 hours, and that's it. It's like, well, this is not a good show on iTunes, is it? What?
Get Durand,
Yeah.
Sandstorm
Rude.
playing.
How's everyone been this week?
Chris, do you have somebody else who's also going to be joining us on the show, or you just have a live viewer?
I have a live viewer.
Oh my
who just
God.
literally knocked everything over. It's fine.
Peanut gallery. We like peanut galleries. This is good.
So, has it been a good week? Have you all been doing well? You had a good New Year?
Yeah, I survived it. I did 2 of the longest streams I've ever done in my life this week. So that was a thing.
I did see that 4.5 hour one. that you
Yeah,
did.
no. Playing probably the most boring game you'll ever see.
Hey, we had viewers.
I
That was good.
had a viewer the entire time. We just sat and talked about the game. It was
I streamed.
Yo,
Chris is having an argument.
Yeah.
He-
It's a live argument.
Yeah, so there are internet trolls, and then there are actual physical trolls sitting next to you. Chris has an actual person who can troll him on demand. This is why he set up Push to Talk.
which is quite handy, really, because we saw some troll bits, which we'll get into in a few seconds with our, the news that we saw today. But yeah, so how was your week, Gina? Did you have a good week?
I have had a good week, actually. Yeah, I've got really far in Final Fantasy, which I'll probably talk about later. But yeah, not a bad week at all.
And you're joined by a puppy as well.
I am. If you can see my hands moving, if you're watching the stream, I've got my puppy on my lap. So he's being
You're doing a
quiet,
magic
so-
trick. It's like, where is it? It's in the box. It's in the box. What's in the box, Siri? There's nothing in the box. Good for crap.
She's there.
So,
The top of her head.
oh, it's a pupper.
Yeah.
So on tonight's show, we've got 2 bits of news coming out of it this week, and also what we've been playing. Because again, it's the start of the year, but it's not been very much big news bits going on in
No.
the game world. It's just like, is it gearing up? Is it just going to be waiting to see what happens in the world, and then just going to go bang? A shit ton of news this month. We don't know. But one of the things we do know is I don't want to go too much on this one, but it's Square Enix in Europe. They've had an eventful day. Their Twitter account was hacked this morning, and the person who decided to hack it decided to do some rather crap tweets.
Yeah.
I mean, in the terms of trolling, you want to if you have a chance to do this stuff, which I'm not recommending. It's a bit shitty thing to do in the first place, but if you do this, you want to do more than just say that Electronic Arts sucks, or just do racial insults.
We're the greatest, lols.
Yeah, go follow our hashtag. So stuff is just,
I mean, there's so much plethora. I mean, you could almost start like, I'm going to now take over the Square Enix Twitter and talk as Barrett in the third person.
exactly. Exactly. Do something interesting with it rather than just do all this crap stuff. I mean, I gave it a 3 out of 10 personally for the tweets, because even when you have other people going onto the Twitter bit and just saying how crap they are at hacking, you have to look at it and go, I have to rethink this. Just if you're still that way inclined, come back stronger. Just say that Final Fantasy 16's out this year. Just do
Yeah,
something.
that's what I do. I just mess with people and just announce a load of crazy stuff and just get people excited over nothing.
New
It's like,
DLC
yeah,
for
there's-
Final Fantasy 15. Do it coming out tomorrow. You get to play as Cloud.
Yeah, just stupid stuff like that, rather than, oh, you suck, lol. It's like, remember when hacking was actually really cool and not just guessing someone's password and throwing lame insults at people? It's
So
like,
like 90s hacking, when like they're
Yeah,
just like
like when it was
massive
actually,
keyboard just like
act-
flying and text going all over the screen.
yeah,
And-
yeah, remember when it was cool?
You can like shut down the world with a floppy disk.
Zero when when
Yeah.
Zero Cool did it. Zero
Yeah,
Cool.
what happened? Yeah. So imagine hackers, if they made hackers now, imagine what a boring film that would be.
Just be a guy at his computer in the bottom of his parents' basement.
Or back in the 80s when you're hacking, we had to use a cassette tape first of all. All those big bit tape reels. Like Weird Science.
Before the internet, pre-internet, hacking means you actually had to physically go to the place and be like,
We had to have a landline phone and just had this whole route of it, and you go plonk. And then your mum wanted to use the phone, and you're like, oh, I just want to stick
I'm
it into
playing
the-"
LAN Jedi Knight with my friends. You don't need that fax. You don't need that call from Grandma right now. I'm sure she's fine.
She only wants to know what you want for dinner next week, that's all. Not important.
It's gonna be the same thing, lasagna. That's all she makes.
So every day it's the same thing, Mommy. It's not fair. And the other bit of news I found, which it was El Waster who put me onto this, and he went, "Have you seen this?" And I went, "What? No, give me a link." And he did, and my reaction was this, because it's at the Computer Entertainment Show, I believe it is, or Consumer Expo. Well, the bit that happens in January every year in the States, CES. Razer have come up with a gaming laptop that not only has the GeForce 1080 in there, but has 3 gaming screens.
So it's like a laptop that like has
3 gaming screens. It's like you have your laptop screen, and you have 2 pull-out ones. Come on to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite mad.
Show me
Okay,
that,
cool.
and I can build you a PC that's twice as powerful for half the price.
Yeah, that's what people were saying. It's like, why don't you just buy a PC with that and get free screens? But it's apparently it's Project Valerie is called. It's the first portable laptop of its kind. So all three screens are 17 inches, and you're like, well, what? It's like, why? I mean, I can understand people wanted to buy a gaming laptop. I mean, I tried to have one, and it wasn't great, but three screens? I mean, really? Are you mad? Are you crazy? Are you insane? But apparently they are. To be fair, it looks quite cool, but whether it actually fully comes to market or not, we'll see.
There is one other piece of news, is that Mass Effect Andromeda does have a release date now.
Oh yes, 21st of March, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that, actually, to be fair.
Who isn't?
Because, it's not more Mass Effect, it's just no Commander Shepard, no intergalactic sex pest anymore.
Pathfinder. The thing is, too, is just like, you are the Pathfinder. You are part of this gigantic arc of all of the races and all of the nations in this world. And it's like, okay, so you're starting off with generic character A that we can make. You're not John Shepard.
But you could make a descendant of John Shepard.
You could.
Because the amount he put it about of it, he's bound to have offspring.
Doesn't this... Well, this takes place 1,000 years after Mass Effect, but that's because the Ark ships have been traveling for 1,000 years. Something tells me the whole reason why they went to Andromeda was just like, well, the Reapers could come back feasibly, and we need to have another area where human beings can live, so... makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like we got to find somewhere else just in case they show up and go, "Hi guys, we're back for another go."
It's like, you've only survived 3 galaxy destroying events within like the last 5 years, when you just might not think about let's start thinking about this long term.
Only 3, that's nothing. What? So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a big game. It's really going to be big.
It's Mass Effect.
Yeah. And say everyone's looking forward to it. And I don't blame them because it looks good. Just let's hope it's like let's hope like 2 and 3 of Mass Effect rather than 1, because 1 was a bit iffy.
Is this where I step in and say I've never played a Mass Effect game?
That's fair. It's daunting to get into, and I wouldn't be surprised if you told me you played Mass Effect 1 and just quit after the Mako, because that was a travesty.
Yeah.
I've never played any of them. I've never even looked at any of them or seen any gameplay of them at all.
So you can give us the independent interpretation.
I can,
on
yeah.
it.
So I can. I've heard that it is just a standalone game. You don't have to have played the other ones to play this one. So
No.
I will give it a go because it does look pretty pretty.
Yeah, because I know people are trying to get them remastered onto Xbox One and PS4, aren't they? The first 3.
That's if you want to kill like a good 4 months of your life. That's
Again.
Again.
Again, yeah. I've had games where I've spent a few months.
What's nice about the PC versions is that depending on which a character you want to play, they actually have a list of save datas that you can go and like be like, this is the choices that these characters made, and then you're like, I don't want to pay 1, but I want to jump in 2, so you can find like the backstory that works for you, and then just import that save into your Mass Effect 2.
Oh, nice, because I know when they originally brought Mass Effect 2 out on the PS3, they kind of did similar, but it was more very basic, the choices that you had in 1. And it's like, what did you do at this point? It's like, I don't know, it wasn't there. Because even Keith was like, he quit during the Mako, but loved 2 and 3. And 2 and 3 were really good.
Yeah.
I still contest they should not have changed the ending of 3. Because the ending on 3 originally was bloody good. I like that choice.
I look at the ending of 3 as just being, well, everybody's going to complain about that kind of an ending. Is how do you end a series like that? You've hit your crescendo. You kind of, it's got to end. I think the worst fact they just fade to black and then you never know. It's like at least they gave you player agency.
Yeah. See, even Keith agrees. So yeah, that's the news. Unless anybody else has any news.
No.
No, okay. Shall we ask Gina a few questions while we remember? Because we normally do that when we have guests on, don't we?
Yeah, we usually do. Go ahead, Will.
Okay, so the first question that I come back down to the list of, because we still have them, is what got you into streaming, Gina?
Watching you, I think that was. I'm just trying to think who I watched first, but yeah, I think it was Rob and yourself, I think. And it just looked like fun. It just looked like a fun thing to do. Just it's always fun watching your friends play games, and obviously if they can't come around your house, then Twitch is the next best thing. So that's how I got started. Really, just fun.
So the Super McKellar Brothers is cause for this.
The Super McKellar Brothers, yeah, the Super McKellar Brothers. That was it.
Me getting hit in the face with Thor's hammer.
Yes, yeah, watching you suffer physical pain. Start it off.
Which seems to have calmed down a lot, which is like, I'm tempting fate there if Rob hears this.
Yeah, oh, you've done it now.
Just waiting for more violence at him away from him.
You're just gonna also hear the door open. You're gonna hear Falcon punch, and you're just gonna see Will just get decked.
Yeah, I was just waiting for
Everyone's faces come-
Thor's hammer just to come flying in.
What's your favourite game to stream so far?
I think Bloodborne has to be my favourite one. I think when I was playing that and streaming that, I think that had to be the most fun I've had streaming. Just because I think it's one of those games. It's really fun to watch when you've finished it yourself and you watch people play it for the first time. Like Chris Slight is now playing it, isn't he?
Yes.
And watching people when you know how to do it and what's coming up, and watching people play it for the first time is really good. And I can see why people are coming into my stream now to watch it. And to like give hints and like, oh, you can do it. Go on, you can do it. And I can see why now. And it was just a really good atmosphere when I was playing it. So I think Bloodborne's definitely my favourite one so far.
What has been one of your most favourite insults? Because we know we're streaming, we get dropped.
oh, you know what I'm going to say now. My favourite, if you can call it an insult, because it was brilliant. It was when I was playing Witcher 3 and someone came in and insulted me for how dare I play Witcher 3 on a PS4. That was, excuse me, what? They're like, no, you should be playing it on PC, you console peasant. That was my favourite insult, being called a console peasant. Oh, crumpet stuffing.
You console peasant.
True, crumpet stuffing, console peasant. How dare you play that game on a PS4?
Yeah, how dare me?
I've been quite lucky, really. I haven't really had anything really nasty yet, but that was probably my favourite one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the swearing in Italian coming, because we know that's going to happen.
Oh, there's going to be something. I know there's going to be something.
You haven't made it big until somebody has sworn at you in Italian.
Yeah.
You just know it, because it'll just come on, just randomly say it, and then bugger off again, and you're like,
okay.
Molto bene. Linguini cavadel. Marinara.
Bobbly bobbly bobbly. A baby bobbly bobbly bobbly.
It's like, hey, don't worry, I will speak the lingua franca for all of us. Or
I'm sure my other half knows some good Italian swearing, so I'll have to have a word with him.
what was your original goal when you started streaming, Gina? What was your original goal? Was it to build up an audience, or was it just to muck about for a little bit, or just to have a laugh? You know, sort of,
I don't know. It's just to have a laugh. I did originally say like, oh, if I got to 50 followers, that would be amazing. I'd be really amazed, really pleased if I got to 50 followers. But yeah, I didn't really have any goals in mind. It was just have fun. That's it, really.
and now I know you've surpassed.
I
your
have
50.
gone past 50. Yeah, I think last count was 119.
Because was you going to make Happy Meal boxes for people?
I would, yeah. I jokingly said I'd send customized Happy Meal boxes out to people.
We're still waiting, James.
I know. I was going to say I still
What?
get reminded of that fact.
We're still waiting for our custom Happy Meal boxes from McDonald's now.
Oh,
We
all
know
right. That's on you, man.
Yeah,
I understand international shipping rates. There should be nothing coming this way.
no, I
It's fine if you just take photos of them and send it to us. That's probably a little more feasible. We'll accept that.
We'll accept photos. Or-
there you go. Look, I'll just take photos.
It could be the McDonald's won't eat itself boxes. God, there's a whole merchandise bit coming up here. We can see Ronald McDonald advertising us.
The weight won't
Yeah.
gain itself.
Wait, just all of a sudden, just like, oh god.
It's like, I've got to, yeah, I've just, that's got to be there for a couple of hours. Oh, right.
The
Good
only
luck.
reason
Gonna
why
have
I'm
to
streaming,
acquire
the only reason
some
I'm
boxes
streaming
right now.
right now is because I haven't moved from this seat. I can't physically stand up.
So that
But I will have another one of these McChickens.
So that reminds me of some when we get to what we've been playing for the Rocket League community event last night, which we might as well go on to what we've been playing.
Yeah.
So, who should we go first? James,
Mm-hmm.
let you go first.
I've played two things. I played Stellaris for 4 hours during New Year's, which was 10 o'clock to 2 in the morning. With just like, oh, hey, it's midnight. Happy New Year's. Now, where was I in Conquering the Galaxy? So that was fun, and I had a good follower, Liquid, who joined me for probably a good 2/3 of it, and was just chilling and talking to me as we were slowly like. I made a race. It was the Tig Whippies community. This is the Game Won't Play Itself community. We are a race in Stellaris now that anybody can download and play as or play against. And us being a community, of course, we were trying to find all the aliens and have them join our community. And so far, we have been very peaceful about it. We've been finding fledgling communities and raising them up to our technology level of community so that we can, be a group. And everybody's been fine with it. But now we're starting to run into other larger nations that don't want to be part of the community. So we're going to have to find ulterior methods of having them join our communities.
A slight persuasion, sort of. Here, look, we have T-shirts. Why don't you join us?
It's more like, hey, we have T-shirts. You can have them, or I could drop this bomb on your planet. You choose. Do you want to be a part of the Game Won't Play Itself community, or we bomb it? So we've taken over probably about an eighth of the known galaxy, which is good. And we're slowly enveloping more, because the more people we gain, the more planets we're able to do. Can't believe you're playing RDI and drinking during New Year's Eve. That's another good way to do it. Probably a lot more interesting than me playing a real-time strategy game where everything is just little blips and blops and colors. But hey. So besides from that, push that aside, fast forward a couple of days, I looked at I was looking at my Steam list, or as I like to call it, my list of shame, because it's a very much a list of shame, and I was looking through almost all of it and go, really, I haven't beaten like 90% of these. So I went, what am I gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start playing games. So I downloaded Borderlands 2 because I was like, Borderlands 2 has been on my PC forever. I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna beat it, like actually beat it. At which point I said, Chris, do you have Borderlands? And he went, in about 10 minutes I'll have Borderlands installed. So we started playing, and I started a series called Beat Old Games, where I go back and beat games that I have yet to beat on Steam. And I believe right now it's Borderlands as a 2-player game, which I will probably play with Chris. And then aside from that, we're probably going to do Darksiders 2 after that. Maybe follow it up with Skyrim, because I actually never beat Skyrim.
Are you going to continue for XCOM 2? Because I know you've still got that.
Oh yeah, we're going to continue XCOM 2. That just went on hiatus just because of holidays. If anybody wants to complain about it. By the way, Gina and Ed have avatars on XCOM. Oh. I did my best to match the pictures I could see of Gina. So she has, I think, teal hair and tattoos on her arms. I did the best I could. You're a gunner, by the way. You shoot grenades and use a minigun. Hopefully you're okay with that.
Hopefully you're better shot than Lard is, because he's just awful.
Oh yeah, no. Lard is like, I'm a sniper. Shoots wall. I'll destroy their cover.
And then I'll shoot you because you think, I've got a good shot here on you.
But, XCOM will probably return after I go on vacation.
Rickard?
Because I'm not streaming on my vacation.
No.
But those are mainly the two things I've been playing, and hopefully you'll see a little bit more. I may even play a little Borderlands tonight. If Chris doesn't join me, that's fine. He can always follow up in levels afterwards. But I will, as I did with...
We'll definitely be joining.
Definitely be joining. All right, that's cool. We've also been kind of keeping this as an invite thing as well. So if anybody from the community wants to join us and play with us, they can add us on the Steam as friends, and we'll invite them into the game.
We do have a bit of a level limit, though. No ridiculously high-leveled... it's kind of a soft limit, like a few levels higher, a few levels lower is fine.
Yeah, that's what we look for. But besides from that, that's really all I've been playing.
Yeah, because wasn't it around about a 10 level limit they used to have on Borderlands or Borderlands 2 for it?
Well, you can join at any time, but it's just that we want to experience the game as it's meant to be experienced. Leveling, we don't need somebody who's level 72 at level cap going through, just killing all the stuff for us.
Because then, because you hardly hit any score at all, and just going straight through it. But your levels will go bing, 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 and you'll do nothing. And it takes the fun out of it, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, this isn't Diablo 3 that I've beaten 10,000 times. I don't need to be power leveled because I want a character at max. No, I want to experience the game.
Exactly. So, is that all you've been playing, matey?
It is.
Because we do have a question that's currently being answered at the moment for that, but Keith has asked Gina.
Yes.
He wants more tattoos. What are yours?
God, I won't go through all of them because I will probably be here until next week. I do have a couple of game-related ones, though, so I can show those. I don't know if it will show up on the camera. I have the PlayStation logos on my fingers. I'm waiting for the camera to catch up.
Oh, we can see it. I can see it just fine.
Yep. Yep,
You see them fine, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And I also have... I'll have to... If it'll show up on the camera.
Yep.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah. I've got a Twa from Tearaway tattooed as well. Who I did tweet to Media Molecule and they retweeted for Fan Art Friday, so I was quite pleased with that.
Oh, they were happy with that.
They were really happy with that, so...
We could feel the excitement from Jenny just coming all the way over to the... It's like...
Yeah, she linked Rex as well, who was like the creative director for Tearaway. Like, have you seen this? Oh my god! So yeah, that was a cool moment. So yeah, I'll stick to those ones for now because they're the game related ones, and I've got loads more. Their arms are covered. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Are you planning on getting any more?
Yes, I will be getting more game related ones.
Absolutely, it does.
I'm actually planning on working on my first tattoo pretty soon too. I've been planning that out. Got a few ideas going. So.
Bitch,
I love the peanut gallery. It's what Chris is right
And
now.
I
Chris,
quote, "Bitch, I hope you cry."
But anyway, getting back to games, the next person to what we've been playing. Oh, we'll let Gina go next.
I haven't been playing all that much just because I usually just have the one game I'm just really focused on and just play that no end. Final Fantasy 15 I've been playing a lot of, and I'm really close to the end. Yeah, just really enjoying it way more than I thought I would, to be honest. Way more than I thought I would. That and Little Big Planet 3, really. Probably the main two.
which has been fun. Right, Little Big Planet.
It's been a thing.
Hey, you saw me looking fabulous with it like earlier.
Oh, you look so fabulous. Yeah, yeah. But that's been really good fun. It is a fun game. It's more fun if you're playing with someone and you're just constantly trying to keep up and dying. It's a fun game.
But getting back to Final Fantasy, speaking as someone who's never played a Final Fantasy before, what was the actual bit that made you jump into Final Fantasy in that place? Was it just seeing it, or from other people playing it, or did something actually click and go, "Oh, I'll try that at last"?
I had that new game itch. You know what it's like. You really want to play a new game. I'd played the demo at EGX. It didn't really grab me, but it just looked amazing. It was really smooth. It just looked really pretty. And it was joining in Holly Bennett from PlayStation Access, joining in her streams. And she's a huge Final Fantasy fan. And it was just talking to her and, her passion for it. And she was like, "Oh yeah, you've got to play one. You've got to play." And anytime you ask anyone who's played Final Fantasy games, which game should I start with, you always get a different answer. It's always, I've so many people say, "Oh, start with 7, start with 10." Some people like 9, some people don't like 9, and I've always wanted to play one, and this one's just sort of marketed for first timers. So I thought, right, okay, I'll start with 15. And that was pretty much it, really. It was just wanted a new game, and that one sort of seemed the best option. Really, there was nothing else to it, really.
Even though it does come across as like an emo game, a boy band game. So
does it? Yeah, when I played the demo, I was like, "Oh, these are cheesy." And when I did start it, I'll be honest, I did start referring to them all as the Turtles, and like Prompto, I just kept calling him Michelangelo. Just Ignis was Donatello. I just kept calling them like the Turtles because that's what it reminded me of. But now, I'm really into it. I'm surprised how much the story has sucked me in. I'll be honest.
See, I figured it started off, the entire game for me started off, I'm like, well, this is what is it? I forget the name of it. It's not Wedding Crashers. It was the other one. The Hangover. This movie is literally The Hangover. 4 guys trying to get their buddy to's wedding. Car breaks down in the middle of the desert, and they have to do stupid ass shit.
Yeah. It's kind of like that until it hits to chapter 9. I don't want to give any spoilers to anyone, but once it hits to chapter 9, I was like, whoa, okay, here we go. And then, from chapter 9, it's kind of really, really sucked me in with the story.
So at chapter 9, it went to 11.
Yeah.
It was literally.
It was. It was kind of like, here you go, poof, story. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Cool. Because Keith saying his first was on PS2. It was Final Fantasy 12, and he loved it. 105 hours, which is that's quite a lot for a Final Fantasy game.
The longest amount of time I spent in Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy X. I put 48 hours into that game. I had all of the legendary weapons unlocked, everything set and ready to go, and then my memory card failed, and I lost all my data. My Metal Gear Solid 2 saves, everything corrupted. So that's when I actually started watching Let's Plays on YouTube, because it was, fuck it, I'm gonna watch the ending of this thing on there. Because I was at Sin, ready to go. And I was just like,
You just couldn't do it to yourself because you just couldn't
do it again. I've tried. I have the remastered collection, and I just can't do it. It's like a mental block.
That may be something you may have to stream as your old games.
No, that one I won't. In my mind, I beat that game. I was one boss fight away, and all of my characters had it so that they broke the 9,999 damage limit. Like, my Bahamut would do like over 100,000 damage. And I had it so that Yuna would basically just use Prey once and get her overdrive back, so I could just spam that thing to win. So it's like I was ready to happen. It was just Titus had all the sphere grid unlocked. The entire sphere grid.
Jeez. Because I know the longest I've played a Final Fantasy game must be Final Fantasy VII. And I'm probably looking in the realm of around about 65 hours, something like along that range.
And you beat it, right?
No, I got to the end. I got to Genoa. I got to Sephiroth. I got to that final fight, and I just couldn't do it. I got down to Sephiroth to try and finish him off, and I just kept getting beaten and beaten and beaten and beaten, and it's like, and never went back. Never went back to it. It's like, fuck.
I think I've racked up about 50 hours so far. On 15.
So
but I'm a sucker for side missions. I've just been.
You see, it's not sort of time you spent with Geralt, is it really?
No, I don't think. No, I don't think it's going to rack up those hours. No, I don't think it's going to rack up the near 200 spent with Geralt.
Well, you know, it's One Direction versus Geralt, really, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no comparison.
Chris, did you play any Final Fantasy games?
I played 7 a long time ago. I played 10 for a little bit, and at some point I played 9, but like not really anything like that. I'm not very Final Fantasy savvy.
That's cool. So is that all you've been playing this week, Gina?
It is, yeah. Then plus try and decide what to play next as well. But
first world gaming problems.
Hmm?
First world gaming problems.
Yeah, first one. Which one do I play?
Chris, do you want to go next, or do you want me to go?
You go ahead.
Okay, mate, no worries. So we'll start with Little Big Planet 3 for what I've been playing this week, because Gina and myself wanted to do something for New Year. You know, like, because the year before I streamed a lot of The Witcher 3, because I thought, you know, if some people are bored or you know, they're not doing anything on New Year, why not have something where people can join in and chat? So we kind of it was kind of successful that last year, so we thought, okay, we'll do something this year for it. And so it was decided eventually to be, you know, Little Big Planet 3. And yeah, the co-op's good when the actual servers work. Because that was a big problem. It's like if the servers go down and it just kicks you out really easily, and that's not great. Especially when you're halfway through a level, you fall, and it just kicks you out randomly. It's like, well, that's a shit, isn't it? Because then it crashes your system, so you have to reload it. We were making progress, though. We did make progress. We made a lot of progress on that considering. Even when we're like accidentally grabbing onto each other as we're flying through areas and sections, that you really need to avoid each other and just pinpoint accuracy on it. We almost got through it today, though. We almost got through it. We're down to like 2 levels to go of the main story before we
Some
complete
of
it.
those levels are trickier than you think they're gonna be.
Swoop.
You think, oh, this is gonna be an easy, fun game, and some of those levels are tricky.
Yes, Swoop, where you have to. There's little like tunnel
Yeah.
sections where the tunnels are actually lined by electricity. So you have to be really careful where you're swooping with that. And it's just, it was frustrating. It was very frustrating. It's funny though, as you see on the stream, but very frustrating. And there's one thing from last week, right? You remember your intervention that you and Chris had to give us, James?
Yes.
Well, guess how much I played of Crusaders of Lost Idols this week?
How much?
0. None. Didn't even turn it on.
But you know in the back of your mind it's still making gold for you, right?
Yeah. Yes. I was tempted to a couple of times. It's like,
I will believe you when you've uninstalled it. When you've shown me that you've uninstalled it.
I have to see how to uninstall it. I will have to see how to uninstall it. It's like, what, control panel or remove? Probably that way.
Screenshots where it didn't happen. And then Rob has to double verify for me. It's the only way that's going to believe you.
It's the only way you're going to go full turkey is just get rid of it totally. Just leave off a Steam library. Fine. I'll do it eventually.
So, once again, we're back to bargaining. We're back to bargaining.
Yeah. So, there wasn't that. I didn't play that. We did play some of the usual stuff with Ed over the weekend. And yourself, you joined in with Titanfall 2 for a little bit as we were playing on the Last Man Standing with the Titans, which is great, beating the shit out of other Titans as you're trying to survive yourself. That's it's a good team game. That played more Rainbow Six Siege. Now Rainbow Six Siege this week. Now we try to have community on there. We have other members, rather than just ourselves. Yeah, because it makes it a bit more fun, makes it more interactive. Yeah, I'm an inclusionist. So we're playing, and we have get this person come onto the stream and go, "Can I join?" So obviously, trying to making sure it's all right with Rob and Ed. So we asked them, and it's like, "Yeah, that's fine." They come on. I think, okay, fair enough. Then we hear them talk, and then we realise they're about 11, 12 years old. It's like, okay, this could be interesting, I guess. And it was fine. He was all right. He was being a team player until his mate showed up randomly joining the chat, and then it all went to shit. Because they're trying to be like kids, teenage boy, young teenage boys, trying to say stuff that really they shouldn't be saying. And Ed comes back with, "Unless you've seen one in real life, you have no way to talk about one." And Ed just went full on. He's like, one of his pearls of wisdom, which is in no way, shape, or form endorsed by any other member or opinions of the Game Won't Play itself.
Is that why I haven't gotten that VOD?
No, it's there. Oh, you got
it's
it.
There.
It's there.
It's probably the one I released this morning.
Oh no, it's still waiting. It's one of like the 20 plus that we have waiting to go. Because we have a lot of content there already.
I might have to put explicit tag on that one.
Yeah, because when he said he gives them advice saying, if you get the chance to bang your teacher, don't tell anyone afterwards. You kind of say, no. So be warned, the opinions are not a good set of all members of Team Whippy. So there was that. I did play more of Recall. Now, last week when I was saying I got stuck on that fight, that was on like level 3 of this Eden Tower.
Mm-hmm.
I did it. I beat it. And I got to level 5 of the Eden Tower now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hopefully this week gonna finish this thing. unless it comes up and bites me on the ass and goes, no, we've got extra bit here. You only done half of it. Of which I'll look at it and go, well, that's a shit, isn't it? Still, the puzzles on the platformy puzzle bits are frustrating, but they're frustrating in a way that wants you to finish them rather than just actually, getting frustrated and chucking your control pad off and turning your console and just going to like Mexico for 2 weeks while you calm down. You just
what if you were to go to Amsterdam just to calm down?
Well, that'd be you spaced out, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You go to a cafe and just chill. You're like, yeah, can I have one?
And that's just because they're wonderful people. They're really nice there. They've got clogs, and I've heard they've got some wonderful restaurants.
And they have some special shows there, and we have windmills.
There's windmills, and yeah.
And while you're cycling by canals, they don't have like fences. So if you fall in, it's your fault. So they go, all right, on the right bit. Is that, are you wet? Yeah, then you're on the wrong bit, mate.
You done fucked up.
Yeah.
I can appreciate a society that's just like, well, you screwed up. We gave you the possibility of screwing up. You chose to do that. That's on you. Good on you.
Yep.
Here's a towel. Clean yourself
Don't
up.
do it again. Don't do it again. Don't even think about suing, you stupid people. Which is pretty much what it is compared to over here, where we'd have signs going, hey, careful, you might die. On everything.
And then you'll have a sign warning you about the sign coming up about not being there. And then some guy wearing a safety vest with a lantern telling you not to go there because you can do that.
A little clipboard.
Exactly. Monitoring you.
Exactly. So there was that. So there's Recall. So hopefully this week finish it, and then we'll probably jump onto our Gears of War 4 and continue more of that on the Sunday service this week. Only other things really of note. Played some Gears of War 4 Horde mode for the first time. We just Ed put it on casual. And we go going to like round 4, round 5, and I'm thinking, hang on, this is quite easy. I'm quite enjoying this because all we're facing is bots. We get to round 7, and Ed goes, "Oh no, the dogs! I forgot about the dogs." And I'm like,
slipped you the D.
Yeah, it slipped us the D. And I'm like, what are you on about? It's like, you don't know the dogs, do you? It's like, no. And then I see them, and they're big. And they're very big, and they're very fast, and they kick the living daylights out of it. It's like, oh, well, that's the thing that happened then, isn't it? So Ed goes, do you want to play Battlefield 1? It's like, okay then. So quickly changed over to Battlefield and got the shit kicked out of there as well. Played some Binary Domain, played more Binary Domain. Now, this game is still broken on Steam. Because I tried loading up, and it just wouldn't work. They're saying the graphics card was not right. There was something wrong with it. Got to update some settings. And I went, okay. Because Gina was streaming Final Fantasy 15 at the time, and I just went up on this. It's like there was a graphics card failure. And I'm like, okay, this could not be good. And then I realised what was happening because you've got on Steam, you've got Play Game or you got Configure things. So I had to go back into there and make sure the graphics card was on that as a list. Again, save it, quit, and then restart it. It's like, fucking game. But the control pad worked first time. And the banter between the characters, even though you've got your mic on, you're supposed to be controlling them. I wish they gave more sentences that you could use, because I was talking to these things, and it's just random stuff. Like, for some reason I said yes, and the idiot came up. I'm like, I didn't say that. And now my AI characters are getting rather angry at me. It's like, what's going on? I didn't say it, you bastards. But they didn't say that though. Which is just so. Binary Domain, the game itself, is really good. It's really fun arcade actioner, which you should all play if you haven't already. It's really, really fun in terms of shooter. It's great. You can aim is brilliant. It feels like a light version of Gears of War, but from back in like PS3 days, 360 days. So it's it's good fun. Then Just Cause 3, final bit I'll say, because I won't say anything about Iron Man on Zen Pinball because that's just Iron Man and it sucks and it's horrible, or the fact that we did last exactly. Exactly, James. It's that. I would say though, the Rocket League last night, the community event we did was fucking funny as anything. Peter comes up with a story during this, right? Now, right, when he was younger, he used to get pissed a lot. Right? So one of the things he did was he went to McDonald's and ordered 40 cheeseburgers, and he took them home to his girlfriend, who's now his ex, by the way. So apparently he woke up the next day with all these burgers around him and a very pissed off ex. And so we were ripping the piss out of him all stream with this. It was actually one of the funniest streams I've ever done. So when it goes live, check it out. It's brilliant. And then finally, Just Cause 3. I did a shit ton of missions on that again. I mean, this stuff is awesome. This game is just it's a game that keeps on giving the more you play it. The sheer amount of explosions and stuff you can do. It's just ragdoll effects. It's brilliant. So yeah, I'm plugging my way through Just Cause 3, and I'm still enjoying the living hell out of it. And that's it for me this week. Chris, what have you been playing, me, old mucker?
I will be taking care of Chris's side of the segment. Chris has been playing both Borderlands 2 with James on stream, where you can find it on both his stream at thehergelman.com or youtube.com/hergelman, and he's also been streaming on Twitch TV/hergelman some programming of a website he's been doing. So if you want to figure out how to program in WordPress, you can see that at twitch.tv/thehergelman. And that's what he's been playing.
Cool. Shout outs time then, I guess. Anybody got any shout outs at all?
Thank you for staying up late, Gina.
That's...
Yes, thank
You're
you.
more than welcome.
And thank you for coming on the show as well. So the shout outs to Gina for joining us. That's.
Sorry, I'm just commenting on what Keith said in the thing. I thought he said, and James as Madonna doing Vogue, and I thought that it was like James Marsters doing Vogue, and I was like, really? James Marsters? And I'm trying to think of that, of like going to Buffy, James Marsters doing Vogue, and I'm like, that's kind of interesting.
Spike voguing.
Spike voguing. Interesting mental image there.
For everybody that was said they were actually like the Last Supper was there. If you like Woodstock, I was actually at Woodstock. Fed off a flower person. Spent the next 5 hours watching my hand move. Greatest Spike moments ever in Buffy, right there. So yeah, anybody else got any other shout outs at all?
Speak now for Hold Your Peace.
You've mentioned him, but I'll give a shout out to Peter because he's always popping in my streams. Every time I stream, he always pops in. So it's great to have him in there and have his support. So I'm going to give a shout out to Peter.
Yeah, Sweden Ruckus is a really good person on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, other shout outs, I'd have to say that Mr. Stephen and Simmer, who joined us in
Holy shit, my driveway's icy. Sorry about that. I had to walk the peanut gallery to their car, so they don't slip and die on all of the snow and ice. Okay, so what did I miss? How much did James cover?
I covered everything you did and said your name about 6 or 7 times in your Twitch and YouTube.
Okay, good. You covered Borderlands.
Yep.
You covered StarCraft.
I didn't cover StarCraft. I covered programming.
You covered pro gaming. Didn't cover Drift into Eternity.
Nope.
Okay, so I still have things to talk about. I'm sorry, guys.
There we go.
It was kind of abrupt, and I wasn't totally expecting people here today, so I apologize about that. StarCraft. I was digging into Heart of the Swarm. I completed Raynor's whole thing. And it's interesting. I am enjoying it. I'm really bad at Terrans. I'm really bad at Terrans. I'm pretty decent at Zerg. And I am actually looking forward to playing some Grey Goo, possibly with James, possibly with company of the audience variety.
I can install Grey Goo now, don't I?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm not nearly near it in my line of games to play, so we have time.
Okay.
I picked up Drift into Eternity, which is interesting. You are alone on a spaceship doing a thing and trying not to die. I died very quickly because my spaceship got caught on fire, and it just wouldn't stop being on fire. So I died from poisoning, not from the fire. I got poisoned and died.
What? Did someone set on fire that caused you to have poisonous gas?
I don't know if there's anything out there yet. I haven't encountered any beings, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there are any. And it's really spooky because it's just you and the AI. Just you and the AI. And the AI is sassy as hell. For example, they were just like, this ship was built to contain 2,630 something thousand people. Therefore, there is toothpaste for that many. Which means by the end of this, you may have caught up.
So anybody else on the ship? Everyone is dead, Dave. Everybody is dead, Dave. Everybody is dead.
No one is dead. You're just the only one left. Because everyone else left. They all got escape podded, which is why you can't. Because you don't have an escape pod. It's just you trying to survive on the ship. And I have no idea what the end goal is. I have no idea what any of it is. And I recently learned in it that I should be closing doors behind me.
What? Because it caused a draft?
You don't live in a barn.
I kind of do. It's a space barn now. But I need to close the doors behind me so that it doesn't light on fire! In case you didn't notice, fire has been a very prominent problem. Also, my voice is terribly shot from fucking streaming all day. Ugh. So yeah, my ship went up in flames. I couldn't get to the cockpit. I couldn't do anything. I believe my water thing was on fire, so I couldn't get water to put the fire out. And then all of my fuel was just spilling into the corridors, and I died from that. It was absolutely insane.
We didn't burn.
It was something. I played an Inkling of Helldivers, which I haven't played for a long time, since my cooperative gameplay on my YouTube channel with Optimistic Outcast. So just for our shout out segment, shout out to Optimistic Outcast, great guy, fantastic person. Check him out on the YouTube, youtube.com/optimistic_outcast. That may not actually be a thing, but if you search it, you probably find it.
Shameless plugs.
Shameless plugs. I played a little bit of Hero Siege on my own time just to kind of poke around with it and see what I can't do with that. I also, this is something that James didn't know about, I set up split screen on my Borderlands.
Oh, really?
So, yep. I now have 2 separate save systems on my PC. So I literally have 2 copies of Borderlands, period. One with a level 60 and one with like a level 21 Psycho or something like that. I don't even remember. I was kiting him around while I looked through some of the DLC shit. I'm hoping to get back into doing YouTube things. So things to be watching out for is stuff on my channel. I'll be playing Anachronox for the next thing, which is some super old, like point and click RPG, JRPG, American RPG game adventure. It's all I barely know anything about it. I picked up like the first 20 minutes or some shit like that, and yeah, it was interesting. You're like, it's like a cyberpunk noir. It's really hard to describe because it has point and click elements. It has JRPG elements. It has not steampunk, cyberpunk, and like film noir detective vibe. You're playing as a detective who just can't do shit because he's poor, because he doesn't take any jobs because he thinks he's too good at being a detective. And yeah, is gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, it won't be like Masterful Insanity. I've been playing some Assassin's Creed Syndicate, so I am in love with that game as a relaxation game. It's not particularly great, like it's not stellar, it's not out of the fucking world, but it is. It's fun, it's relaxing, and it looks really good. That's all I have.
It's going to say London looks really nice, and they have included Cockbridge on it. Which now, if you don't know what Cockbridge is, right?
Yep.
The Westminster Bridge, where you go around the House of Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, if you look on the side of there, on the actual side of the bridge, you'll have like these little sort of cutaways in the actual side of the wall of the bridge.
Yep.
Now, we were walking by this when we were in London for one of Rob's comedy gigs, and the sun was coming through it, and we looked down on the road. It's like, hang on, they look like a cock and balls. Each one. and then realised it's like, well, you know, it is coming by the House of the Parliament, and that's full of cocks. That kind of explained it. But it does look good. It does look pretty good, doesn't it?
There was something else I played too. And I'm just drawing. I mean, obviously more Overwatch because I will never stop playing that game. But I looked. Oh God, what was it? I picked up something for like 10 minutes. Oh, it was Fortress Craft Evolved. I have no idea what I'm doing in that game. You need to build a thing, and that's all I understand. I know how to mine? Question mark. That's a very, very, very broad question mark. Yeah. That's the sum total of my tippity taps.
When are you two playing the Moorhead through Boyfriend? And when is that stream going up? Because I want to see this first one. I have not seen this yet.
I think it's already live.
Yeah. I haven't seen it on YouTube.
By the way, I lost my index card, so I don't know what the voices are anymore.
Yeah, no, we'll have to redo all the voices. That's fine.
It's fine. I just remember the like super sketchball fucking doctor dude. That's it.
Because, you know, I heard it went down the storm, the last one he played, so I want to see when you do more of this, man. But anyway, if that's it, then we're just going to go quick shout-outs, and where you can find us, and then we're going to bugger off. Because, you know, it's like really, really, really early in the morning now. We all need sleep. But yeah, so shout-outs, people in the chat, you know, Keith, who's now part of Tigwhippy, as a writer and streamer. Also, again, once again, Gina, because, you know, streamer extraordinaire for Tigwhippy as well. Kimsey, who's in the chat, you know, Simmer, who's in the chat as well. Boo, who's lurking around in the chat, just randomly saying stuff, as he normally does. So, yeah, so it's savage. And also Peter and his burgers. You know, it's a story we'll just take forever on. You know, we'll just dump it in random times just to make him go red. But you can find us, if you want to, on the YouTube at The Game Won't Play Itself, where you should sub to us. Because we're getting close to 100. When we get to 100, we get a custom URL. So make it easier for us to pimp out our shit. Or you can find us on Twitter at TGWPIS, which is now over 1,000 followers. We did it. We hit that milestone.
Yeah.
Yes. Boosh.
And we did it in a month. You can also see us on Instagram as well, which is what Kimsey does for us. And
Is
she
that
does
a
it-
kitten?
Wait, what? Kitten, wait, what?
What?
Is that a kitten?
Oh, no. Oh, you on about me?
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
No, this is... Hang on. This is my new puppy.
Oh, I just saw the little paws and I just saw a little bit of claws and black,
No.
so I couldn't tell if it was a puppy or a kitten. Oh, he's so cute. We shamelessly show puppies here.
Yeah.
Mine isn't around right now, but when she's here, I usually show her.
And they're adorable. They're all adorable. And it makes you go, oh. See, we are not above using puppies to gain followers.
It's true.
We will use puppies to gain followers if need be, which is also do on Facebook if you want, or on here on the Twitch channel. You can also give us a follow. Get us bigger. Let us get to a point where we can be partnered, because that'd be awesome. And if you don't want to do that, you want to follow us individually, you can follow myself at Twitter as LardTeammaker, and also on Twitch, and also on Facebook if you really want, and PSN and Xbox Live. Or if you want to follow me on Steam, it's PSN_LardTeammaker. Gina, where can we find you?
You can find me on the Twitter as Gina the Short. I'm on Instagram as Gina the Short. You can find me on Facebook. My PSN is Gina Jinx, just to confuse everybody. So, feel free to add me on any of those.
It's very similar to my YouTube and my Steam, but we'll get to that later.
Where can they find you, me old Mucker James?
I'm the game won't play itself. Everything that's that it comes to me. So if you need to find, or if you send something to the game won't play itself, I will receive it. I'm also
James?
SpikeSP2579. You can find me there. I do have a Twitter, a Twitch, and a YouTube, but I don't do it. Everything's on this.
James is the nexus of the Tigwibbies.
And Chris.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, oh god, my voice wants to do that today. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can always find me here on Twitch as twitch.tv/HurgleMan. You can find me on Twitter as twitter.com/HurgleMan. You can find me on the YouTube at youtube.com/TheHurgleMan. And as I mentioned, my Steam is Mayonnaise PhD. Just to fuck with everyone. Just totally out there. Dr. Mayo.
No. Also, before we go, there's 3 more shout-outs I really should do. One is to Tom Marrett, who recently joined us on a very part-time basis in terms of Tigwiffy. Yeah, Beer, who joined us again, which we are doing Backseat Gaming once again, which is awesome, which is a Mega Man collection. But the problem with Ed is Ed has gotten too good at this again, and he's just breezing through it rather than letting us rip the piss out of him by being terrible. And
you need to start putting restrictions on him next. Like he has to play it like with only 2 powers or something.
yeah, he can't autosave during a level. He can't do that. That's what he can't do. That's the restriction we can't do this on. And the other one is Giovanni. I want to give a special shout out to Giovanni as well, because he has joined us recently. But he's going through some tough times at the moment, so we want to send out our best wishes to him and to make sure he goes through. He gets through it okay.
So don't forget to follow us on Instagram at TGWPI, and then also follow KZ Law.
Yes,
Yes,
because
Do
she does
that.
good stuff.
better stuff than me.
And it's better stuff on Instagram than all of us, to be quite frank. But on that note, we are going to head off now. Let's say thank you very much, Gina, for joining us tonight.
You are very welcome.
We hopefully you come back on again very soon.
Yeah, I will be back on again, hopefully.
Cool. And it's time to say good night. So from me, good night.
Bye-bye, everybody. I have to press a button.
And
Bye-bye.
bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.